Today on the Life Songs Morning Show, we're going to be talking with a couple of actors from a new movie that is actually a musical on Netflix made for families. It's called A Week Away, and it's about going to Christian summer camp. Well, kind of. Anyway, we've got Kevin Quinn and Bailey Madison from the movie with us. Hi, guys. How you doing?
Good,
Hi.
thanks. How are you, Josh?
I'm glad you guys could join us. I'm very excited to watch the movie on Netflix with my family because you guys have reimagined some great Christian songs that are in the movie. It's a full-on musical, like dance and singing and all of that, right?
It's the whole shebang. We put it all in there. Didn't want to miss it.
When you did A Week Away, you guys actually went away to film this at a camp, right?
Yeah, we did. We filmed it at the YMCA Camp Widgiewagon in Nashville, Tennessee. So we were on location the whole time, and the whole cast and crew was there. We were working, but it just felt like we were kind of an actual camp, which I have not experienced on any other film set. It just felt like we were a family of campers those 2 months. It was really unique.
Did you do rehearsals for the dancing numbers there, or was that beforehand?
Yeah, we flew to Nashville and we were lucky. We had about 4 weeks of dance rehearsals, and then that was combined with recording the songs. And 98% of the time, that was all done on location on the campground, which was really perfect because I feel like it was a way for us to kind of sink into the setting that we were going to be creating these stories on. And then a few times there's a dance studio in Nashville that we would go on the weekends, Millennium Dance Studios, and that's like a huge iconic dance studio. They have a couple locations around the country. And so those days were always really fun too, because I always felt like we were real dancers. We'd order like chips and guac afterwards at like 11 o'clock at night and just chill. And, it felt like we were part of like a dance crew. But yeah, we got the full experience in that way.
Part of a dance crew. That's awesome.
I was like, should we get matching t-shirts?
A lot of the songs that you guys sing in this movie are songs that I grew up with because I grew up listening to Christian radio, and my kids are going to be so annoyed because I'm going to be singing over you guys the entire time we watch it. So
good. You better. That's the whole point. Sing along with us.
I hope you like the reimagined versions of the song. They're definitely different.
I've heard a couple of them, and you guys sound phenomenal. So very cool.
Thank you.
You said so much.
Roaming through the night to find my place in this world, my place in this world. Not a lot to lean on. I need your light to help me find my place in this world, my place in this world.
It's the Life Songs Morning Show, and we are getting to hang out with both Bailey and Kevin, who are part of a new Netflix movie out today. It's called A Week Away. Describe kind of like the vibe of A Week Away. Are we talking A Walk to Remember? Are we talking High School Musical? Are we talking Grease? Like, what do we expect from this movie?
I think it's definitely in the vein of High School Musical. It feels a little bit more edgy,
What we're most proud of is it does feel like all those movies that made you feel a little certain way, the Grease, the High School Musicals, the Camp Rock, or the love story of A Walk to Remember that deals with grief of it and all in the human connection. I think we're able to tie those qualities into this film in a way that introduces nostalgic feelings to people that have seen those movies, but also introduces that same feeling for the first time to a new generation that's coming up.
This is kind of a more adult role for both of you guys. You have a history in film playing children and then teenagers. What's it like to translate this into, you guys are romantic leads in this movie. You have to carry emotional weight along with the fun of song and dance. Was that hard, or was it just a great challenge?
I started in Chicago theater. I did drama mainly. Took a break from that to do half-hour multicam. I did a sitcom at one point. So revisiting this dramatic material felt familiar, but it also felt a long time coming. And people will be surprised, maybe like 45 or 50 minutes into the film, somewhere at the halfway point, it takes a dramatic turn that I don't think people will be expecting. It just makes the movie that much stronger, in my opinion.
Makes it an even better movie, is what we're saying.
Yeah,
Sure.
We don't want to ruin the film for people, but about halfway through, they take David Koechner's character, who plays Bailey's dad, and they roast him over the campfire, and then it turns into Lord of the Flies, and it gets weird. It gets dark.
Exactly.
There's nothing better. We're feeling alright, dancing to the beat of the time of our lives together. This is the best thing ever. There's nothing better. We're out in the light, moving to the rhythm of the time of our lives. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is the best thing
All right, so I want to play a game with you guys. A Week
I
Away
love
is the name of the movie, but I want
Okay.
you to come up with 3 absolutely terrible alternative names for the movie.
We had one.
Had some bad ones.
We had one that we didn't end up using.
Best thing
It
ever.
was called Best Week Ever when we read the script initially.
Best week ever. Yeah, that was rough. I feel like church camp was an option as well, but I feel like that wouldn't have been smart because I feel like the hope is that everyone can watch this movie. And
Yeah.
Narrow the audience down too much.
Yeah, so that would have just really singled out some folks.
I'll make up a bad movie
Have a
title.
good one.
Lovebirds.
Lovebird.
I
You
don't
want
know.
to look sad? I would probably watch that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Will and Avery are lovebirds and George and
Lovebirds.
Brazil lovebirds. I don't know.
That sounds like a Hallmark movie that Bailey, you might have been in already. So,
Hey, watch it now. Yeah, it does. It does.
all right, pitch me a sequel for this movie without spoiling the ending of this movie. Where
Yeah,
where
for
could
sure.
it possibly pick up?
Well, it picks up, I think, I would say a few days before camp is beginning again. How do you feel about that, Kevin? So you're kind of meeting everybody in their houses. That could be interesting. Getting ready for camp. Maybe you're figuring out it through the year. You're getting hints of what's happened to all of them, and maybe where the relationships are at and stuff. And then Kevin, you take it from there. We've got opening credits, a new song title. It's a musical still. The clock's ticking. We're going back to camp. You know, there's a little song and dance.
I think Bailey's right. Like maybe we start with kids packing up. They're going to camp again. Maybe it's 2 weeks away this time.
Ooh, love that.
No.
You know what?
But
You know what I was thinking?
Back
That
riding or
I was thinking what would be interesting is like they were campers this time, but Avery's also a camp counselor. She works at the camp as a counselor. I think it'd be really interesting if we picked up as they were counselors. Like they all go in and they all start working at the camp. So that already makes it slightly different. Having to balance the counselor aspect and also balance the relationships together. How would that work?
maybe a love interest for Sean.
Hey, you want a love triangle, Kevin? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, anything's possible, right?
You can actually see the chemistry that these two have in the trailer for the movie, which is posted right here on lifesongs.com. Kevin, Bailey, thank you for taking some time to talk with me about the movie. And I can't wait to watch it with my family. It's going to be awesome. On Netflix, comes out.
March 26th. We hope you love it. Send us
Very
a
cool.
video of you and the kids singing to it. You should tweet it or something. We'll keep an eye
I
out.
will. I'll
Now that
post
you
it up.
said you're going to be singing these songs, I want to hear it. Love that.
Time, Josh. We appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you guys. And thank you again for hanging out. It was very cool to talk to
I'll
you.
see you in New Orleans. I'll drop by one day.
Please do.
Thank you.
God only knows what you've been through.